Hello Standard 9th. Today we will start exercise 17th B. Before starting the exercise, I want to tell you about some basics of this exercise. The first one, if the parallel chords are drawn, if two or more parallel chords are drawn on one side of the center, then also the line through the midpoints of these chords, if P and Q are the midpoints here, then it passes through the center. I repeat, if two parallel chords are given, when you join the midpoints of these both the parallel chords and produce, this line will pass through the center. According to this, then this will be 90 here also, and this part will be equal to, and these both parts also equal. Okay. Second one, if the two equal chords AB and CD meet at a point. In a circle, if we have two chords in equal length, means both the chords are equal, they intersect at any of the point A and B, AB and CD, they are intersecting at P, then PA will be equal to PC. PA, this part will be equal to PC, and another one remaining part will be also equal to the rest of the part of the other chord. Okay. Now third one. Whenever two circles equal or unequal, if we have two circles, they intersect each other, then we get a common chord. The circle can be equal or they can be unequal. In both the conditions, the line joining their centers, O and O dash, are the centers. If we join them, this line bisect the common chord. In this, both the circles, AB is a common chord, AB is coming in small circle also and big circle also. O and O dash are the centers. If we join them, then it will pass through the midpoint. That means this will be the midpoint here. This point will be midpoint. P is midpoint of the which chord? The common chord. Okay. All these basics we are going to use to solve the sums of exercise 17th B. Now we start the exercise with question second. In this question, two circles are given with center O and O dash. M is the midpoint of the center line. This is a line A, B, C, D. You have, using this information, you have to prove AB is equal to CD. So we do construction here. Draw OP perpendicular to AB and O dash Q perpendicular to CD. Means these two perpendicular we will draw here. This is 90 and this point is P. Here also OQ and here 90. Now what is the property? When a perpendicular drawn from center to the chord, what is the property? That chord bisected by this perpendicular. So we write here, we know that the perpendicular drawn from center of a circle to its chord bisects it. Using this, what we get? We get this we have to use. But before that, what we will do, we take these two triangles and make them congruent. Then we will see whether it is applicable or not. No? Here, in triangle OPM, and triangle O dash QM. What are the things to make them congruent? You have to take at least three things. The first one, you have to take angle OMP is equal equal to angle O dash MQ. Vertically opposite angles. The second thing, angle P is equal to angle Q 90 degree. What we will do? The third part. M is midpoint of O dash. That's why OM is O dash M. You have to give the reason here that M is midpoint of O dash. So this property we, now three things we have proved same. Which property or which congruency rule we are going to follow here? See, this angle, and side. So angle, side. You can't take RHS here. So by angle, side, triangles are congruent. Therefore, by CPCTC, OP will be equal to OQ. This OP and OQ are same. Now, you see two chords with same distance in the same circle or in the different circle, they will be also same or not. We have done this theorem. Because OP is equal to OQ. So therefore, AB will be equal to CD. Reason you have to give here. Two chords with same or having same distance from center in the same circle or equal circles are equal in length. See, here in starting already it is given both the circles are equal. That's why this property is applicable. That's why AB is equal to CD, and this is the solution. Now, next question, question number 4. In this diagram is given here two circles intersecting each other at point P and Q. O and O dash are the what? Centers. And when they said A, P, B and C, Q, D are parallel, these two lines are parallel to OQ. Means all three are parallel to each other. You have, using this you have to prove O dash, this line is half of AB. In second part you have to prove AB and CD, they are equal. So what we will do here? We will do construction. We draw here also perpendicular, here also, similarly, and here. Whatever names are there that we will not use, we will take any other now. You can take L, here M, N, and here you can take S. Okay. Now using this, we have to find this both the parts. So we start with the solution part now. Draw OL perpendicular to AP and O dash S perpendicular to PB. Similarly here also OM perpendicular to CQ and O dash N perpendicular to QD. This we have done. According to the property of circle, the perpendicular drawn from center to chord bisect the chord. We know that the perpendicular drawn from center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. According this, LP, or you can write here P is midpoint of, it implies P is midpoint of, L is midpoint of AP. Therefore, LP will be half of AP. Okay. Similarly, when we go that side, the same thing, and S is midpoint of PB, so PS will be half of PB. These two results we get. If you see here, this is 90. This is also 90. Perpendiculars, no? When these lines are parallel, then LS will be equal to OO dash or not? It will be, because it is a rectangle, if you will see. As OO dash is equal to LS. Opposite sides of a parallelogram you can speak, or you can say it is a rectangle. So, what is LS? LS is equal to LP plus PS. What is LP? So, O dash is equal to, LP is half of AP and PS is half of PB. If half is common, OO dash is equal to half AP plus PB. AP plus PB together they make a line segment APB or AB. That means OO dash is half of AB. Our first part we have proved. Similarly, if we go with the same steps here, then OO dash will be equal to half of CD or not? We go with the same step. We write here OM perpendicular to CQ. So, this is the midpoint. MQ is half of CQ. Here, QN is half of CD. Then OO dash is equal to MN, and then we substitute the value same as, and we get this result. If we, same steps, that's why we write here similarly. Okay. If you compare these two, what we get? Half AB is equal to half CD. Half is cancelled. What we get? We get AB is equal to CD. And these both results only we have to prove. And this is the solution. Now, sixth question. In this one, square is given OABC. In square, all the four sides are equal and each angle is 90. So, here you can mark 90. Using one vertex O, a circle is drawn. And you have to prove now OPA, triangle OPA. You have to draw two times this diagram. This triangle OPA. This triangle. And two triangles you have to prove congruent. So we'll take now solution. First part, in triangle OPA and triangle OQC, three things you have to take same. Angle O is common in both. Angle O is equal to angle O is 90 degree. The second thing, if you see in this triangle OPA, this OP is radius. Okay. And in another triangle, this OQ, it is also a radius. So in a circle, all the radii are same. So you have to write here OP is equal to OQ radii of same circle. Radius, plural of radius is radii. Same circle. So what is the third thing? Now see, in this triangle OPA, this OA is coming. This another triangle OC is coming. OA and OC are equal. Why? They are sides of square. Otherwise, if you are confused like this, in starting you can write here OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. Sorry, OA is equal to AB is equal to BC is equal to OC. All the four sides are equal. Why? Sides of sphere. And then you can use here these things. This thing, then you can use here. Then there is no confusion. Okay. Now these three things we have proved. So which property we have to follow? See now, in this triangle 90, this side and this side. So side, angle, side. Condition of congruency. Triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OQC. Our first part is done. Now for second part, we draw this diagram again. This is a circle using vertex O. This is O, A, B, C, P and Q. Now BPC. BPC means this triangle. This triangle you have to take. Okay. The second triangle you have to take BQC. BQA. This triangle. So you have to take these two triangles and another one this, and you have to make them congruent. Now see what things are common. Here this is 90. This angle is 90. Okay. BC equal to AB. Sides of same what? Square. Now these two parts are same. Why? Why these two parts are same? When the full side OA is equal to OC and we separate the radii, whatever part we left, that will be also same. First of all we write and then we will apply. OA is equal to OC, sides of square. OQ is equal to OP radii. If we subtract them both, then what we will get? OA minus OQ, subtract them. OA minus OQ, what will come? QA. Here, OC minus OP will come PC. Understood this thing? Now, we take these two triangles. In triangle BPC and triangle BQA. What things are common here? PC equal to QA, proved above. The second thing, angle C is equal to angle A, 90 degree. The third one is BC is equal to BA, sides of square. So which property? The same, side angle side. Therefore, by side angle side, condition of congruency, triangle BPC is congruent to triangle BQA, and like this you can prove both the parts, and this is the solution. Now, ninth question. In this, two circles are intersecting each other. This line ABCD is perpendicular to the central line PQ. You have to prove AB means this part is equal to CD, and in second part you have to prove AC is equal to BD. So no need to draw anything or any construction. Solution. The perpendicular drawn from center of a circle to its chord bisects it. So here, first part we will take BC is the chord, and this point we can take as L. QL is perpendicular to BC. Therefore, L is midpoint of BC. It means BL is equal to LC. Similarly, QL is perpendicular to AD. This full we are taking now for big circle. It means L is midpoint of AD. If L is midpoint of AD, that means AL will be equal to LD. Now we use these two results. AL minus BL is equal to LD minus LC. We separate, they take this first and second, and we separate first from second. AL minus BL, what left? AB is equal to here LD minus this CL, what left? CD. So this is the answer of our first part. Now for second part, AL is equal to LD, proved above. And BL is equal to LC. This is also proved. So what we will do now? If we add this AL and LC, what will come? AC will come. So AL plus LC is equal to LD plus BL. Okay. When you add AL and LC, what will come? AC. And when you add this LD with LB, what will come? BD. This only we have to prove, and this is the solution. Now, time to note down the homework. Do remaining sums of exercise 17th B from question number 1 to 10 on your remaining parts notebook.